Hello, how's it going? How you doing? Welcome back to my channel. Hi, my name's Emma if you don't know who I am. We're chill here. So yesterday I realized that I've been in New York City for over 5 years now. I graduated from my university in December of 2015 and I moved here in January of 2016. And somehow it's April of 2021, so I've been here as a professional theater, we'll get into that. I guess I'll call myself I don't know what to call myself anymore. Anyways, but it's been 5 years since I moved here to pursue my career as a musical theater performer. My, has that changed. And since it's been 5 years, I thought it would be fun if I talked about 5 things that I learned from living in New York City after graduation. Because wow. I'm not trying to tell anyone to not go to college, because go to school, get your education. I was not prepared for this change. I was just not. So let's just get into it. The first thing I would say that you need to have first and foremost is you gotta have a support system. Now I kind of break it into 2 different support systems, which would be professional and personal. These are just really important to have when you move into a different city, doing a new chapter in your life. I feel like this is a general thing for anyone when they're about to enter the real world. It's needed. So of course, when it comes to my personal support system, it's my close friends, my family. I also try to surround myself with people who actually understand the industry, because a lot of people, not to say that people who aren't in the industry just don't get it, but sometimes they say things that aren't very helpful and also make you feel worse. And it's just, here's just a tip in general. If you don't know what your loved one's profession is like, don't really understand it, I suggest that you really look into it. If something happens where they need to talk to you and vent, just listen to them and say, I'm sorry you're feeling that way. I hope you feel better. That's just my 2 cents. You guys are still fabulous. Also, when it comes to these support groups, I would say know which specific people you can talk about certain things. So maybe things that you would vent about with your family and close friends may not be something that you would want to talk to your agent about or your voice teacher. There are just some things that you don't really need to have both of them know about. And also vice versa. My personal 2 cents, you shouldn't be venting or asking other people's opinions on what to do when it comes to professional stuff, especially when it comes to the business of theater. Long story short, know who you can go to vent and to release any emotions that you're feeling, and also know who are the right people to go to in terms of advice on what to do for next steps for your career. Got it? Got it. Number 2, you will experience burnout. Again, this is I feel like this is just a normal thing in general of what you learn when you enter your chapter of adulthood after college or after whatever education you finish with, but you will get tired and you will get to a point where you're like, F this, I don't want to do this anymore. And that's okay. At the end of the day, you got to take care of yourself, take care of your body, listen to your body with what it needs, take care of your mind. Therapy is great, and just be kind to yourself. I do want to say it as a bit of a side note, and this is just talking from personal experience. Life can hit you with a lot of curveballs or a meteor shower. Or for me, it was an asteroid. If there are any teenagers watching this or any college peeps, hey, what up? I encourage you to please know how your system works, know what you need in those sort of high stress situations if they arise, so that you're able to handle it well. Unlike me, who just deteriorated slowly. What? Number 3, patience is your key virtue. So this is what I mean about this. And this is also coming from someone who is probably one of the most impatient people in the world. After you graduate from whatever schooling you finish with, you are going to be losing a sense of structure that you've been used to for a very long time. And you are also going to be losing certain expectations that you're used to. I mean, the best example I can give is cast lists for school productions. Like, we know that they're gonna come up at some point, and we know that we're all gonna know if we got it or not. It's a finite amount of time, and everyone is informed and everyone knows that expectation, if that makes sense. In the real world, as a performer, it's a lot of just going in and getting a thank you, and that's it. That may be all you get. And if you get any feedback or response from casting, that's amazing, but not everyone is able to do that. I'm so used to people saying that you're gonna get 100 no's before you get your yes, but it's not so much as getting a no, it's just it's like not getting anything at all, like no response whatsoever. And I think that's even worse than getting a no. At least when you get a no, you at least find out so you can stop waiting and pining for it. And speaking of pining, I know this is like a whole, I feel like this is repeated all the flipping time, but when you're done with that audition, let it the flip go. Because if you keep holding on to it, you're gonna keep being attached to it, and the more you get attached to it, the more despairing it'll be when you get no response. Or you get the gay and it's fine. To counteract all that waiting around and not getting any sort of answer from the majority of your auditions, keep living your life. Keep living your life. For the love of God, please, keep living your life. Have hobbies outside of theater. If you can't think of at least 5 things that you are interested in that do not relate to theater, please find some hobbies. I ended up getting into a massive burnout, massive lack of patience, and all I was doing was basically anything in relation to theater because that's all I was born to do. But looking back, the moments that I was feeling balanced was actually when I was working at a meditation studio, and I delved more into learning about that and about mindful thinking, and that helped me kind of balance with all of the auditioning and not getting any gigs for a period of time. Does that make sense? Don't make your whole life about musical theater. Just don't. Number 4, I feel like this is going to be much more addressed with everything going on. Be smart on what you go in for. The basic questions that I'm starting to give myself when it comes to auditions is this fulfilling what I want to do? And is this something that I'm willing to do 8 shows a week? And if it's not, then I don't go in for it. And that's okay. Not going in for something doesn't mean that you just missed the opportunity of a lifetime. Yes, I know that a lot of people are like, go in for everything. You don't know what's gonna happen. Blah, 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 blah. But I'm gonna disagree with that because that's gonna lead to burnout real quick. And also, here's the tea. And this is more for my white girl folks. Hey, how's it going? We need to be more specific and more choosy with what shows we go in for, because as an ally for our BIPOC actors, it's like a no-brainer. Basically, if there's like any sort of call for any sort of show where it's primarily people of color, I say don't go to the open call, don't go to the EPA. If you have an agent, say, hey, I want to be seen for Penny or Amber. Those are characters from Hairspray. Just stick with that, because there are a lot of BIPOC actors out there who are not part of the union, and they go to these EPAs and they go to these open calls for their shot to be seen and heard. Yes, I know, you deserve to have your moment too, but really think about it. Do you really need to go to that open call where they're looking for one white girl and everyone else they're looking for is people of color? Just think about that. I ended up writing in my notes, don't be an idiot. When you see these breakdowns, really look at them. Like, if there are obvious things that say you are not right for this show, don't go in. Don't even try to do a like, well, they have a whole season and you might be looking for a replacement for one of those parts that they've already cast, or I haven't been in front of this casting director yet and I want to start creating a rapport with them. You're wasting both of your time. Again, this is all just my 2 cents. You can take with what you will. And number 5, this last thing that I'm about to say was something that I did not realize until pretty recently. And I'm very excited to move on with my life knowing this, and I'm so excited to share this with you, with my fellow artists and performers. Are you ready? You are in control of your life. Yes, you are. Emma, how is that? Well, you just are. I can go on and on about this last little tidbit, but I will just leave it at this. You control what you go in for auditions. You control with what classes you want to take. Do you want to take voice lessons? Do you really want to take a dance class? Do you need a new acting coach? Think about it. You control who you surround yourself with. This is something I actually forgot to mention in the first tip of a support system. Beware of energy vampires. And when I mean, this is gonna sound so bad, and oh man, sending love to all these people who do this, but oh my God, there might be some people out there who just don't mesh with you, and that's okay. And you have the control to not have them be a part of your life in certain situations. Does that make sense? Coming from my side, I have met quite a few people that I love and adore, but they are so focused on musical theater. That is all they talk about. And I can't function like that, because when it comes to the musical theater world, the majority of the time that's my job, and I just want to go home and have a margarita and watch the latest episode of 90 Day Fiancé and just leave work out. Not saying that I'm not enjoying my career. I love it, absolutely love it. Wouldn't change anything for the world, but your girl needs a break. Yes, there are a lot of things out of our control in terms of getting a job, but you are in full control in preparing yourself for those moments of opportunity. Preparation meets opportunity. That's when those moments come. That's when you get the gigs. Does that make sense? And also, something wild here that I also realized in these last 5 years, you can do more than just performing. I now direct, and it's great. It honestly has given me such a deeper love and appreciation and a connection with musical theater and theater in general. And also now I understand what is the point of view of the people behind the table, so that nowadays when I audition, I'm just free as a flippin' bird, because at the end of the day, they don't even know what they want either. Unless it's like, you know, a long running show in musical theater history or something. But most of the time, even especially for regional theater, they don't know what they want. And also they want to be surprised. They want to work with people that can bring something different, bring different colors into the show. Think about that. I don't know if this made any sense. There are many other things I have learned since being here. I am very grateful that I am still able to pursue my profession. I know a lot of people that either weren't able to, or just, you know, found other loves that they want to pursue more than theater, and that's awesome and amazing. The past 5 years have been rough, but I'm still here, and I'm excited to see what happens next. And I'm very much looking forward to theater coming back, being able to be in a theater with other people, and then the house lets dim and it gets all quiet, and then the overture starts or whatever begins the thing. Yeah, I'm just excited for the theater to come back, and it's going to be really special and it's going to be really amazing. I think what we're going to create within the next 5 years are going to be some pretty special things. I got a vibe. I'm getting vibes over here. Thanks so much for watching this. If you like this video, let me know by either leaving a like or leave a comment. And if you're interested in more videos, click subscribe. I've done a few musical theater history videos. The Anne ranking video has over 100, no. It has over 1,100 views, and I'm just like, what? That's really cool. Thank you for checking out my stuff. And on that note, may you be happy, healthy, safe, and at ease, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.